Milky Way size human. By simplest. Imagine that the entire Milky Way is enclosed inside an ideal, perfectly reflecting spherical shell, a galaxy bottle. Nothing can cross the shell, no radiation, no matter, no gravity waves leak out. Inside the bottle we have empty vacuum except for a human and massless observer. To explore the ultimate spread of matter, we allow a perfect machine to convert all chemical and even rest mass energy of the human into photons. No oxygen is needed, the device simply releases the energy as radiation. After a long time the photons bounce around and the bottle reaches thermal equilibrium, the highest entropy state possible for this fixed energy and volume. In classical physics, the radiation fills the entire volume of the bottle, about 4.4 times 10 to the 62 cubic meters, forming an extremely cold and faint gas of photons. If each photon corresponds to the bottle's lowest possible energy mode, then there would be roughly 10 to the 55 photons if we convert only the human's chemical energy. However, if we instead convert the rest mass energy of the human into photons, the number of such quanta would increase by about 10 to the 48 times. If the observer assumes that space itself is not continuous but instead made of tiny, indivisible units each with a volume of about 4 times 10 to the minus 105 cubic meters, then the interior of the galaxy-sized bottle would contain roughly 10 to the 167 such cells. In this picture, there are two very different kinds of counts. 10 to the 55 quanta of light representing the energy excitations or photons filling the bottle. 10 to the 16 Planck cells representing the discrete structure of space itself, the fundamental stage on which all physical processes unfold. If the Milky Way-sized bottle were compressed back into a Big Bang-like singularity, the entire structure of roughly 10 to the 167 Planck cells would be squeezed into a single quantum state. This implies that space itself cannot be continuous, it must arise from a finite, quantized foundation. In this view, at the most fundamental level, there is no smooth space. Instead, reality consists of elementary quanta of geometry, discrete building blocks that collectively form the fabric of space as the universe expands and evolves. In classical physics, space is viewed as continuous and described only by its volume, without any notion of individual elements. However, counting becomes meaningful if we assume a smallest possible unit of space or count discrete quanta of energy, like photons. Thinking about the extreme compression of all those cells into a singularity naturally motivates the search for a quantum theory of gravity, one in which both space and energy are fundamentally quantized rather than continuous. Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, make sure to subscribe for more.